On graduation day, the campus beauty paid me $4 million to be her contract husband for 3 years. But over those 3 years, I forgot our deal. This morning, half awake, I crawled into her bed. She kicked me right off. She screamed, "Get off me, you bastard." Under that constant torment of my body and soul, I dragged myself through 2,000 days and nights. Today, I just couldn't take it anymore. Xiaonuan, let's get a divorce. The warm, peaceful atmosphere at breakfast instantly froze because of my words. She stared cold at me. Are you sure? If you're the one asking, you have to pay me back the $4 million. If you can't, I will send you straight back to prison. Xiaonuan's voice was laced with threats. She didn't want to divorce yet. After 3 years, she was too used to having a guy named Xu Yi around. I smiled and nodded. Let's end it. It won't look good if we wait until he returns. Thank you for taking care of me. I'll find a way to return your $4 million within a year. Do you have time to finalize the divorce this afternoon? But Xiaonuan's immense pride refused to give me another chance. We didn't even wait for the afternoon. Within 10 minutes of the registry office opening, we were already walking out. She drove off without a glance, leaving me on the pavement, drowning in bitterness. Before she could even drive 200 meters, a phone call forced her to pull over. The second she answered, a voice both familiar and strange spoke. Xiaonuan, why did a man answer your phone last night? I was so excited to tell you I'm coming back to the country. But when I finished, he was the one who said he knew. Have you two already do zitting? Cut the nonsense. My phone last night was left downstairs on the first floor. Anything else? I'm busy. But when she heard another woman's voice in his background, she slammed the phone down. She realized she must have been completely blind to ever love such a playboy. Distressed by the divorce and disgusted by Du Zitting, she couldn't face the office. The perfect vice president did the unthinkable. She skipped work and drove straight home. She marched straight into her mother's bedroom. Chen Nuanxiu, still in bed, stared at her precious daughter in confusion. But before she could speak, Xiaonuan hugged her tight. Mom, I divorced Xu Yi. By 11 a.m., Xiaonuan was cornered on the sofa, facing a full parental interrogation. Her father usually spoiled her rotten, but today, he stood back, letting her mother lecture her. Xiaonuan, you really don't know a good thing when you have it. You've always bullied Xu Yi, but to divorce him? Who do you think paved your smooth path at work all these years? And supported you from the shadows? Every single project was finished by Xu Yi late at night. He babied you at home, completely wasting his talents. He cooked every breakfast and dinner, rang your baths, and even washed your laundry. I clearly remember someone telling me how wonderful it was to have a man around. And now you tell me you divorced him. Xu Yi must have cursed his past life to end up with a spoiled brat like you. Blushing with embarrassment under the scolding, Xiaonuan puffed out her chest. Am I your daughter, or is Xu Yi your son? Let me tell you, Xu Yi was the one who wanted this. Your daughter got dumped. Hearing this, old Wen lost his temper. He grabbed his phone to confront the kid, how his precious daughter wasn't good enough for him. But before he could dial, his wife snapped. Are you seriously going to harass him? What if he tells you her heart belongs to someone else? She's just waiting for that Du family brat to return. You think I don't know? You think Xu Yi didn't know? Xiaonuan, mark my words. If you dare get with him, I will strip you of every single share in the company. We'll see how fast that parasite dumps you then. But those shares are Dad's HMF. Ask him if he dares give them to you. Old Wen shrank back under his wife's sharp glare. Wisely siding with her, he frowned and looked at Xiaonuan. Your mother and I are on the exact same page about this. Xiaonuan looked up at them, her eyes flashing with pure frustration. It was Xu Yi who walked out on your daughter, she cried. I didn't leave him. Last night, Du Ziteng called saying he's coming back to marry me. Xu Yi answered that call, and this morning, he demanded a divorce. Why are you blaming me for that? If you love Xu Yi so much, go live with him. But her mother just scoffed at her tantrum, looking at her with cold mockery. You think your little tricks can fool me? So Du Ziteng is coming back, is he? Fine. Starting tomorrow, I'm listing your apartment for half price. Since you're single, you're moving back home. If you step through that door past 9 p.m., I'll break your legs. Date whoever you want, but Du Ziteng is strictly forbidden. I'm putting my foot down, and you aren't leaving this house today. I'm going to find Xu Yi myself and get the real story. Xiaonuan, you'd better hope he keeps your secrets. Chen Nuanxiu stood up, shooting a lethal warning look at her husband. If he dared let their daughter slip out, he was dead. With her strict military background, she never babied anyone. Since her husband always played the soft cop, she had to be the enforcer, or this girl would be wild. She grabbed a property deed from her room and glared at Xiaonuan. Unless you want your military uncle tracking you down, stay put. I'm listing your flat and finding Xu Yi. Fine, am I adopted? Go make him your son instead. Ignoring her, her mother slammed the door and left. Meanwhile, I was wandering the streets aimlessly, completely lost, when my phone suddenly buzzed. Staring at the caller ID mother-in-law, cold sweat broke out across my forehead. Shaking, I picked up. Hello. You ungrateful brat. Have I been too soft on you? Say hello to me like that again. And I'll have my regiment march over and shoot you, Mom. I'm sorry, that's better. You haven't had lunch yet, right? I'm waiting at the restaurant. We need to talk. About your divorce. You have exactly 10 minutes. I know, Mom, if I'm late, you'll send the troops to drag me. I'll be there in 10 minutes flat. The summer heat was brutal, and with no cabs in sight, I had to sprint the whole way. I burst into the private room just as she was unlocking her phone. She nodded slightly. Not bad. At least you still show your mother-in-law some respect. Now, tell me why you divorced my daughter. Think carefully, or I might actually have to break you. Terrified, I blurted out a lie, claiming I had private health issues and couldn't have children. She stood up instantly. To the hospital, then. I'll call Xiaonuan to meet us. I was trapped. The hospital was out of the question. If she caught me lying, I'd be dead. Slumping back into my chair, I sighed. Xiaonuan and I were just a transaction. My mother needed 400,000 for her surgery, and I was desperate. I begged Xiaonuan for help. We married so she could placate you two, using my debt as leverage. Now, our contract is over. I couldn't stand in her way anymore. Trying to play smart with my mother-in-law would only get me killed, so I confessed the truth, taking all the blame myself. But her focus wasn't even on the contract. Instead, she narrowed her eyes. Elders? Am I really that old? No, not at all. Mom, you look incredibly young. Seriously, when you're out, everyone thinks you and Xiaonuan are sisters. Flattered, she finally smiled. Fine. Contract or not, I'm treating these 3 years as a normal relationship. Xiaonuan is incredibly flawed. She's messy but claims to have OCD, and she has zero basic life skills. Honestly, aside from her degree and pretty face, she has nothing. Are you telling me you felt absolutely nothing for her? After 3 years, even a stray dog would have grown attached to her. Not that I'm calling you a dog, of course. I mean, my mother-in-law is absolutely terrifying. Sweat kept pouring down my forehead. Wiping it away, I smiled weakly. You know my background. If I didn't have skeletons in my closet, a girl like Xiaonuan would never even talk to me. Marriage should be between equals, right? Even if I love her, it's useless. She likes someone else. Take that kid from the Du family, that brat Du Ziting. Isn't he just after her shares in Changshang Group? Only a fool like Xiaonuan would think her precious Ziting actually loves her. And you, how could you divorce her without telling me? Now what do we do when Ziting returns? That foolish girl will throw herself into the fire. Are we just going to hand over her father's life's work to the dust? I really regret not having a son. I really didn't dare answer that. I couldn't nod or shake my head. Luckily, Chen Wanchu didn't press me. She pulled 100,000 yuan from her purse and tossed it over. Divorce is divorce, she said. I, Chen Nuanchu, am not old-fashioned. You called me mom for 3 years. You are still half a son to me. Xiao Nuan is petty. If you even have 10,000 yuan on you, I have lived in vain. Take this first. And don't you dare think of leaving this city. If old Wen and I run into trouble later, we will still need your help. If you dare refuse, I'll have the military boys take you out. No refusal, I promise. Taking her money put me in a tight spot, especially since it was a fortune. But I honestly didn't dare say no. I'd known her terrifying temper for years. During dinner, she suddenly asked, "Can Wen Nuan handle the crowd at Changjiang yet?" I nodded, stuffing my face with rice. Honestly, she looked at me with nothing but fondness. I was handsome, a perfect match for her daughter, and talented. She squinted at me, smiling. Want to return to Changjiang Group? I can have old Wen make you the director of planning. I smiled bitterly. I shook my head. Mom, stop joking. If I go, Wen Nuan will think I'm stalking her. Since we're divorced, let's keep some distance. Besides, the regular staff at Changshang don't know our relationship, but the executives definitely recognize me. Besides, that guy is coming back. No matter what, I'm her ex-husband. Seeing my ex-wife walking arm in arm with another man is bound to hurt. So, please spare my miserable life, okay? Her expression turned visibly disappointed. She sighed softly. You, all that pride in your bones is used on us, isn't it? You didn't leave a single bit of it for that little fool Xiao Nuan. She still foolishly thinks she taught you everything. Since you insist, I won't force you. But now that you're divorced, don't rush into another marriage. If you find a girl you like, tell me. If charm doesn't work, we will win her over with money. I won't be dating anytime soon. Mom, I need to clear up some trouble, buy a house in this city, and then think about romance. By the way, Mom, you should probably go play mahjong. That's Aunt Zhao's fourth call. Right on cue, her phone rang. She picked it up and barked. Hurry, 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 you're nagging me to death. I'm having dinner with my son-in-law. Just wait, you hear? I'm coming to take all your money. By the way, is Xiao Yi with you? Bring him along, let his big sister spoil him. Haha, his cooking is to die for. Hey, shameless, don't you dare seduce my son-in-law. Go find some other stray. Shu Yi, your Aunt Zhao wants to know if you're coming. No, thank you. No, Aunt Zhao, I have plans this afternoon. I need to buy groceries for Xiao Nuan. I suddenly froze. Old habits die hard, huh? The lady on the phone ground her teeth. Chen Nuanqiu, get over here and face your doom. My fierce mother-in-law drove off in her low-key Audi. 6. Back on the streets, I smiled bitterly but clenched my fists. A new life begins. Time for a smoke. I stayed optimistic. After grabbing a pack, I hit up a real estate agent and settled on a pricey penthouse. A debt of 4 million yuan wasn't something I could pay off just by pinching pennies. Pinching pennies wouldn't cut it. Meanwhile, Xiao Nuan was on the verge of a breakdown. Her house had been sold. Her mother casually told her she'd lost it in a mahjong game to Aunt Zhao. Got a problem? Take it up with Zhao. Wen Nuan had always kept her distance from Aunt Zhao, who'd forced her to call her big sister since childhood. The shameless elder would even ask how my bedroom stamina was. It left the innocent girl completely red-faced and speechless. She was as pure as a blank sheet of paper. Now, sitting by the bed, she wondered, did she really love Du Ziding, or was he just an emotional anchor? He'd been abroad for years, and time had faded everything. When she first married, their overseas calls lasted all night. Over time, those long nights dwindled down to an hour, ending abruptly because I called her for dinner. On her rough days of the month, I used to wake up early, brew fish head soup or pork ribs, and pack it in a thermos, along with ginger goji tea for the office. Suddenly, Xiao Nuan felt lost. Du Zitang's face was fading from her memory, while my face grew sharper. She couldn't accept this. She was the one who got dumped. She refused to let herself miss this man under these circumstances. On the verge of tears, she grabbed her keys, bolted from the house, and ended up at a bar. She'd never set foot in a place like this and despised the vibe. But she needed to vent. The more she drank, the madder she got. Why was she still thinking of Shu Yi? Sure, he cooked well, and he kept the house spotless, washed clothes clean, was smart, and admittedly handsome. But what else did he have? Most importantly, how dare that absolute jerk bring up divorce and actually dump me? Wen Nuan. In her drunken state, she didn't even realize Du Zitang had vanished from her mind. Suddenly, a man approached. Hey gorgeous, can I buy you a drink? She had lost count of how many guys had tried hitting on her. She just wanted to drink alone. She glanced at the man, who looked around 41 and was draped in designer labels. I make a 6-figure salary, wear a 1 million yuan watch, and have relatives in high places. Do I look like I need your drink? The man simply smiled and walked away. He got the message. She wasn't asking him, she was telling him she already had all of that. But as she stood to leave, another young guy blocked her way. Come on, show some respect, he smirked. My friends are watching, come have a drink. It's lonely alone. Hey, your legs are beautiful, mind if I feel them? Get lost. She splashed her drink right in his face. The middle-aged man, who had been leaving, turned right back and sat nearby, waiting to play the hero. Meanwhile, the humiliated punk dropped his act, his face twisting with rage. Bitch, he spat, raising his hand. Before he could strike, a chubby hand grabbed his wrist. A heavy-set guy had stepped in. You out of your mind raising a hand here? You want to get carried out of here? There are some people you just don't touch. Across the bar, the punk's friends noticed the scuffle and started heading over. The fat guy ignored them, throwing the punk aside, and turned to her with a warm smile. Sister-in-law, why are you here alone? Xiao Nuan looked up through a drunken haze. She tilted her head. Shu Yi's brother? Sworn brother named Sun, just call me Fu Bao. My uncle and big sister co-own this bar, so I'm always hanging around here. It's late, sister-in-law, and driving alone isn't safe. These punks might try something sneaky. Don't worry, though I just called brother Yi. He should be arriving any minute. Shu Yi was coming? Xiao Nuan panicked, her heart racing as she stumbled toward the exit. Why did she keep running into him when she wanted to avoid him most? But the punks blocked her, demanding an explanation. Fu Bao's face darkened. He grabbed a chair and pointed it at them. Don't push your luck. Think I won't crush you? Hua, go upstairs and call the boys down, we got trouble. My sister-in-law has powerful backup, so don't even think about making a scene in our place. The bar crowd knew they could not afford to pay the price. Realizing they had messed with the wrong guy, they slunk off in fear. A middle-aged man nearby looked disappointed at losing his chance to play hero, but he did not rush to leave. He wanted to see who this beautiful girl's man was. As Xiao Nuan stumbled toward the exit, she crashed headfirst into someone walking in. He instantly swept her up in a bridal carry into his arms. Sun Fubao smiled and walked out. The crowd got the message her man was here. You drank and still drove? If I had not stopped you, were you really going to drive home? And, you came to a place like this. If I had not been here today, did you even think about what would have happened? Covering your face is useless. Xiao Nuan, cradled in my arms, hid her face, not wanting me to see her face. Tired of lecturing her, I turned to leave. But the moment we hit the fresh air, she threw up all over me. I completely snapped, gritting my teeth in pure rage. I should take you straight to mom, so she knows you went out drinking the second we divorced keys, now. Xiao Nuan looked at me dizzily, struggling and shouting, she's my mom, not yours. Fine, I am taking you to her place then. I do not have the house keys. Xiao Nuan, did you even plan on going home? I was getting genuinely angry. Xiao Nuan curled up in my arms like a guilty child. Before long, I heard her whimpering, Shu Yi, I do not have a home anymore. My mom sold my apartment. I had nowhere else to go. I had to take her to my new rental. After a night on the couch, my whole body ached and it hurt even more seeing my brand new bed hijacked. A ringing phone jolted me awake before dawn. Xiao Nuan's phone was ringing off the hook. Drowsily, I answered, only to be hit by her mother Chen Nuanchu's literal lion roar of a greeting. Just wait till you get back, you brat. I will definitely skin you alive. I just said no, staying out, and you break it on day one. As her mother paused for breath, I whispered, Mom, it's Su Yi. Xiao Nuan is with me. The call instantly disconnected. I stared blankly at my screen until a text popped up. Old Wen and I went on a trip. Xiao Nuan is staying with you. I feel safe. Dare call me again, and I will show you my martial arts. I was stunned. Did my ex-mother-in-law seriously have zero worries about her daughter? Guess we did live together for 3 years. While I was spacing out, Xiao Nuan quietly crept up, checking my phone. You never touched it when we were married. You did not even care when I talked to Duteng. Why start snooping now that we are divorced? Do you want me to help you? I turned to look at Xiao Nuan, who had not even washed her face yet. I closed my eyes and sighed. Xiao Nuan, if you ever drink like that again, I am telling mom. I am hungry. Xiao Nuan smoothly dodged the lecture. She grabbed her phone, opened her block list right in front of me to show Du Teng's number there, then tossed it onto the couch and skipped off to the bathroom. Watching her go, it felt strangely familiar. Divorced for less than a day, and we are already living together? Hearing her humming in the bathroom, I went to the kitchen to cook breakfast while relaying her mother's message. Mom and old Wen went on a trip and took the keys. She wants you to stay with me. I do not mind. It is not like we have not lived together before. Shu Yi, hurry up. I have work today. Hearing her shameless attitude, I almost marched into the bathroom with a frying pan to fight her. Seriously, what is this? Divorced, contract broken, carrying $4 million in debt, yet here we are, living together again. My inner voice screamed at me to rebel. I took a breath. Hurry up, I need to get ready for a job interview. The moment the words left my mouth, Xiao Nuan peeked her head out. Shu Yi, you actually washed my clothes last night? Hey, how about you skip work, and just be my housekeeper? No way. Watching my ex-wife and her old flame made me feel like, even if it was just a contract marriage, I still needed to keep some of my pride. Old flame? You mean Duteng? Shu Yi, you are jealous, aren't you? Do you actually like me? I stayed silent. As she kept prying, I sighed and walked out of the kitchen with breakfast. Shu Yi, if you just admit you are jealous, I will not choose Duteng. Fine, I am jealous. Now eat your breakfast, okay? And then, another stroke of bad luck hit me, which was that I had to resume playing her caretaker. It's your honor, Shu Yi, you have no idea how many guys hit on me at the bar last night. Neither of us realized one very important thing had changed. Our dynamic shifted after the divorce. I was no longer submissive, and she stopped treating me like a servant. She feared my questions about the bar, yet hearing me admit I was jealous cheered her up instantly. She moved in without a single complaint. Meanwhile, my soul was weeping. I was having a miserable time, but that $4 million still had to be paid. During breakfast, Glory Group messaged me to come in for an interview today. I made my way to their headquarters, but just as I was about to march in to face my challenge, a bright red Raptor truck roared right past, barely missing my nose. My confidence shattered in a second. By the time I snapped out of it, the truck had already parked. A woman stepped out wearing a black pencil skirt and high heels. She had a smoking hot figure, but in my eyes, she was nothing more than the crazy driver who almost killed me. Before I could even confront her, she scurried off and vanished inside the building. Stroking my chin, I muttered, "That woman spells trouble." Inside Glory Group's HR interview room, I sat facing 3 interviewers, 2 men and a woman. It honestly felt like a police interrogation. The female interviewer sitting in the middle spoke first. "Please introduce yourself." "I am Manager Zhao from HR. I will handle the questions, while these 2 will evaluate your experience to decide if we can work together. At Glory Group, we view our staff as partners, not just employees. We also pride ourselves on being more humane than other companies. First, let me explain our system so you can decide if you want to proceed. Manager Zhao was warm and did not look down on me, which was refreshing. After reviewing their policies, I agreed to the terms. Manager Zhao smiled. Compared to Chongsheng, we treat our people much better. Work should not feel like selling your soul, after all. Now for my questions. Since you are happy with us, we need to see if we are happy with you. First, introduce yourself. I offered a polite smile and spoke. I am Xu Yi, 25, divorced. I have 3 years of planning experience at Changsheng, managing small projects and even assisting with some of Glory Group's projects. My highest education is high school. A family crisis forced me to drop out freshman year. May I ask about your divorce? Was it due to the financial gap with her? Being too massive? I did not want to hold her back. If you had to design a plan to counter Rongzhuang World, where would you start? I do not think we need to. They target the low-end market, mostly older folks. It is just a desperate bid to save Chongsheng through forced transition. Glory relies on jewelry and luxury counters to make money. Copying them is pointless and will not end well. Last question: why did you leave Chengxiang? Is a long commute a valid reason? Fair enough. We will get back to you by tomorrow night. We look forward to working with you, Mr. Shu. I walked out dazed, but just as I reached the door, I turned back and asked. That red raptor downstairs, does it belong to the company? The interviewers looked embarrassed. Manager Zhao stood up awkwardly. Mr. Shu, you are not hurt, are you? That truck is indeed ours, but got it. When I meet the owner, I am going to slap them. Do not blame me for being aggressive. She was wearing high heels and almost sent me flying. I walked out, leaving the 3 interviewers staring at each other, wondering whether to write down my last warning. Our dear lady boss driving in heels is no secret here. Everyone knows never to cross that plaza around 9 a.m. You must use the pedestrian crosswalk. Manager Zhao sighed. I think he is not bad. We can let him try. The company has a 1-month trial, and the contract says within that month we can let him go without cause. As for him almost getting run over, just consider it a welcoming gift from our lady boss. We all went through it. It is practically a Glory Group tradition. Waiting for the elevator, my mind was spinning. I wondered if this was karma for my divorce. First I get divorced, then Chen Nuanqiu lectures me, then Xiao Nuan comes back. I almost get killed by a car, and the interview flops. The elevator opened, and carrying these bizarre thoughts, I stepped out. Instantly, I felt something soft hit my chest. Before I could even see what it was, a hard punch slammed into my stomach, followed by a shrill, angry scream in my ear. Are you blind? Trying to feel me up? Do you want to die? Before she even finished, she grabbed a fistful of my hair. Furious at being hit and pulled, I lost my temper and grabbed hers right back. The woman shrieked, stomping her high heel hard onto my foot, making me howl in pain. Now I could clearly see her. She was the exact same woman who almost ran me over earlier. Tell me, which department are you in? I am firing you right now, let go of me. She pulled even harder. Well, I am no gentleman, so I did not hold back either. I gritted my teeth and growled, I do not even work for your company. You almost killed me downstairs, and I was looking for you anyway. The chaos drew a crowd, and the 3 interviewers rushed over. Those 2 voices were all too familiar to them. Manager Zhao from HR completely froze when he saw us. Xu Yi, let go. President Liu, please let go too. The employees are all watching. Xu Yi, please. Let go first. President Liu is a lady. I frowned and released her, but she did not stop. Instead, she lunged to bite my neck. Seeing this, Manager Zhao desperately jumped in to pull her back. After a lot of pleading, he finally got President Liu to let go. We stood there, disheveled, glaring at each other. Lu Ruyan bent down to throw her shoe at me. Manager Zhao held her back, gesturing for me to leave. He would call later to apologize on her behalf. I snorted and stepped into the elevator. What a nightmare. Fixing her hair, Lu Ruyan asked quietly. Manager Zhao, do you know this guy? Manager Zhao helped her adjust her skirt and replied softly. President Liu, he came for an interview today. You almost hit him downstairs earlier. I know. Seeing handsome guys just irritates me. You can look but cannot touch, so why not run them over? Tell him he is hired and starts tomorrow. He pulled my hair and tried to grope me. Just wait and see how I deal with him. This Lu Ruyan then walked off, pulling down her safety shorts under her skirt. Everyone was furious but stayed quiet. The company was great, except for this terrifying general manager. Just as I left, my phone buzzed with an acceptance text. I was to start this Monday, picking up my paperwork at the front desk. But I felt like a sheep walking into a tiger's den. Still, I could not refuse. This was the first and most crucial step of my plan. Only here could I truly showcase my talents. My 3 years with Xiao Nuan shattered every illusion I had about women. Why are their rooms always so messy? Thinking of Xiao Nuan, I called my mother-in-law to ask when they were coming back. Hello, little Yi? Your mom is playing mahjong. We are in Sanya, hearing the clacking of mahjong tiles in the background. My blood pressure spiked. What a joke. They just did not want Xiao Nuan ruining their private time. But I really could not just send her back either. I had to save face for everyone, and keep things decent for Xiao Nuan. After all, I initiated the divorce. Thinking of her, my life felt even gloomier. Who would expect a germaphobe corporate vice president to live like a total pig at home? Absolutely no difference. This pampered lady taught me what it means to never lift a finger. It is a long, painful story. Meanwhile, in a luxury villa, Chen Nuanqiu stepped away from the mahjong table to Old Wen. Wearing casual clothes, Old Wen frowned, looking miserably at the wife who had dominated him for years. He sighed, "Do you think we are doing the right thing? What if something goes wrong?" Chen Nuanqiu peeled a tangerine, handed it over, and frowned. There is a lot going on between those two. I have looked into it. Besides, that ungrateful little brat keeps calling us, asking to come home. She is too used to Shuyi taking care of her. Stop worrying. We have watched Shuyi for 3 years. You know his character. Let me tell you a secret. Shuyi actually smokes, but he did not touch a single cigarette for 3 years just for her. What could happen to her? Old Wen set down his tangerine and looked at her, frowning. So Shuyi smoking is fine, but when I do it, it is a crime? Chen Nuanqiu, you are too much. Too much? What are you going to divorce me? I am happy today, so I will let you smoke too. Old Wen took that like a royal decree, quickly heading to the balcony to smoke. Actually, Chen Nuanqiu had called Xiao Nuan, offering the keys if she apologized, but that ungrateful brat hung up without a word. She clearly has a backup plan, so why worry? Chen Nuanqiu rushed back to her game. Meanwhile, I wandered the supermarket aisles, wondering what to cook tonight. Ultimately, I bought some pork intestines, green beans, and mushrooms before heading home. Xiao Nuan was already there, wearing a new yellow cartoon bear pajama suit, sitting on the sofa clutching a bag of potato chips while watching TV. Seeing me by the stairs, she set them down and shouted, "Shu Yi, I am hungry." I took a deep breath. Are you trying to live like a pig, Xiao Nuan? She nodded eagerly. I can pay for food and rent. Shu Yi, I have been abandoned. My mom ignored my calls and texted to scold me. Let me see. I deleted it already. Are you trying to snoop through my phone? Here, take it. I am going to the bathroom. She yelled, clutching her stomach. Actually, she had blocked her mother. She just did not want her ruining her day. She preferred hanging out with Sister Yangliu anyway. While I washed the vegetables, Xiao Nuan sneaked into the kitchen, hands behind her back, peering into the sink. They are all my favorites. Weren't you worried I wouldn't come back tonight? Without turning around, I kept washing. I thought you hated kitchen smells. Why sneak in? Besides, I am not picky. I will eat this whether you return or not. Shu Yi, you have changed. Men are so fickle. We only divorced a few days ago and you are already so cold. Do not forget, I am still your creditor. Pay me back. If you are not picky, why did you not buy crab? Crab was something she always bought pre-cooked. We only fought once during our marriage, and it was because she bought live crabs and wanted me to cook them. I couldn't do it, so I put them in the fish tank. The next day, she tossed those lively crabs straight into boiling water. I spent the whole night glaring, refusing to cook dinner or do the dishes. Knowing she crossed a line, she did not push it. I stepped out. Just as she thought I was going on strike again, I returned with a carton of yogurt in my hand. Go drink this on the couch. Stop annoying me. Now that we are divorced, I will not treat her with absolute obedience. I never wanted to flatter women anyway. We are equals, even though she is my creditor. But she stayed. She did not realize that while calling me changed, she had changed too. Perhaps it is because we are no longer married. Intestines need plenty of chili to taste right. I guess she forgot almost dying of pain at 2 in the morning and spending half the night at the hospital. That was our second winter. She demanded ultra-spicy fish, and by midnight, she was rushed to the hospital. It was intestinal spasms. The medicine and IV did nothing. Finally, I just kept making her drink water. I stayed by her side all night while she whimpered on the bed and complained the entire night. Her crying kept everyone awake, and I almost got into a fight with another patient. Xiao Nuan remembered this too. Back then, she took it for granted. Now, it felt sweet. After all, it was only a marriage of convenience.